Welcome to the She Is You podcast, where we take everything from personal development, self-love, claiming your radical confidence, and fully stepping into your highest version self. All of the ins and outs that come with it, and how to confidently show up through it all, making the dream life that you pray for manifest into fruition. I'm your host, Kenzie Llewellyn, Master Certified Life Coach, healer, and motivational speaker. Consider this your one-stop shop to chat with your besties about all of the things and get the tough love pick-me-up you need. Here is to living the life that you love and deserve. Now let's get started. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode on the podcast. I am super excited because today is more of a riff episode. This is something that I am really loving doing and I'm planning on doing more of. And so often it's like you get a really good idea or something that you feel like is super important and want to speak on. And it's like you hold it inside of you and then the passion, the fire is gone. So instead of doing that, normally I hop on my IG stories, which I still love to do, but it's like it's there for 24 hours and then gone. So a little goal to myself, I'm like, I am going to instead quickly go in my new refurbished office room, thanks to Maddie Lou, and record a podcast episode. So today's episode is pretty much talking all about the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. So I know I have done this so many times. I still do it. This is something that I feel like as human beings, we struggle with. I know that I struggle with this sometimes so hard, and it is a constant thing that I am trying to get better at. I'm constantly working at it because it's not something that I like to do. So this is another form of healing. Healing is literally a forever journey. So this is something that I very much so work on because I used to be a glass half empty. I was so negative. I literally hated my life, myself, the way things happened. Why did they have this and I didn't? Why did they grow up like that and I didn't? Just so negative and constantly comparing myself to others and wishing that my life was different. And doing this gets you nowhere fast. It's literally miserable to do this. And this is just the way I thought I was. Like, I thought life was just like this. I thought that because I was a negative person, that this was just how life was going to be, that this is just the type of person I was or how I was going to be, and like that's it. Until I decided to truly go on my healing journey. And it's just like anything. It's like the saying, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. This is the same thing for changing your life in any type of aspect. If you want to be a miserable person, you are going to be a miserable person. But if you want to better your life and to truly fall in love with your life and romanticize your life, then that's exactly what you're going to do. So something that I would find myself doing a lot is like, oh, whenever I get to X, Y, and Z, or whenever I do this, then I'll be happy, or I'll be super excited when this happens, or I'll be so happy when that happens. And it's like I was just constantly wishing time away. And I was always just looking forward at the next moment and not celebrating the moment or celebrating the win or being present in this moment. I was just always wishing for bigger and better and more and for that next moment to come. Then it's like when that next moment came, and even whenever I did achieve this thing like that I had really been working on or wanting to do, it's like I would do it and the same exact thing would happen. So I would still be wishing for that next moment, or okay, now I'll be super happy when this happens. And it's like no matter what, I was never happy because I was just always looking for that next thing to happen. And this is something that Matt and I talked about as well, because when Monroe was a baby, he would always say like, oh, this stage is cool, but it'll be so cool when she can crawl. And then she started crawling, and he's like, well, this is cool, but it'll be so cool when she can walk. And when she started walking, and on and on and on. And one day, like, I got so sad, like mom moment, and I was like, stop doing that. Like, you need to stop doing that because you're wishing away her littleness. Is that a word? But it's like you're wishing away her youth and wanting her to be older so she could do this. And like, of course, each stage is super cool and she can do more, and it's fun watching her try new things and do new things and grow into this awesome little human. But at the same time, it's like she's only a baby once, and this is the same exact thing for us. So look at it that way. We only have this moment now, and then it's gone. So it's like, instead of wishing this moment away for the next best thing or that moment or this or that, it's like, how can you celebrate the moment that you're in now? How can you romanticize this moment, this life that you get to live, so that instead of thinking the grass is greener on the other side, you know that the grass is greener where you water it. So if you are constantly watering yourself, watering your life, celebrating your wins, romanticizing all of the moments, you are going to then live that life. This is exactly like manifestations. Something that I really want and that's on my vision board is a gym with a view. Like, I want to be working out looking at a badass view, and I feel like that'll make my workouts better and I'll want to work out more. So that's on my vision board. I have all these different gyms with all these beautiful views. And the way it started is we have a at-home gym. So in our garage, we have like all the weights, and I do love it. Like, we have all the weights with the squat rack and literally everything that I can want or need, we have. But when we very first, or whenever I very first started, it's like, okay, it was super hot in the summer, so we had like the cooler in there, and I would work out with the garage door closed because it was so hot. So I had literally no view besides my garage walls and all of the crap that's in it. So that was my view. Then it's like winter came and it cooled off outside. So I was able to open the garage door and work out with the garage door open, which I loved. And it was so amazing because then I had this view of my outside and like fresh air coming in. And it was so much better than working out with the garage door closed. Now I have a gym membership. The gym is cute. I like it. It doesn't have the views that I want, but it has so much more equipment than my garage, which is something that I wanted. I wanted it to be easier. I didn't want to have to constantly be loading weights. Just like different little things that literally don't mean anything, but mean something to us. So it's these moments where it's almost like we take it for granted. And instead of being grateful and being happy in the moment, we're constantly wishing for more. And if we're doing this, no matter what we get in this life, no matter the amount of money, the amount of cars, the size of the house, the type of job it is, like, no matter what it is that we receive, if we're not happy with ourselves and with our life, we are never going to be happy no matter what it is that we get. Unless you truly celebrate the moment now. So unless you are grateful for where you are now, you are never going to be grateful for where you're going. And again, like I said, this is something that I am always working on. This is something that I continuously, every single day, work on, is celebrating the gratitude and being grateful for every single moment and every single day, and trying to romanticize all of the moments of life, because again, it's like you have this one shot at this life. So this is most definitely just a perspective shift. And when you change your perspective, I've said this so many times, and this is the GOAT of sayings: change your perspective, change your life. And this is so true in every single aspect. This is why everything comes back to mindset work. If you're not grateful for $10 that you have in your bank account, you're not going to be grateful for the $1 million that's in your bank account. If you're not grateful for the small house you live in, you're not going to be grateful for the huge house with a huge yard and a garden that you're going to get. So this is just like exercising and building muscle. It takes time to build that muscle. You have to constantly be working out and working at it for that muscle to grow. This is the same exact thing with our mindset, and especially whenever you implement these things, like changing your entire perspective in life and looking at life through a new lens. It's not just going to happen. You're not going to do it one time and then voila, it's happened forever. You're going to have to work at it day after day to shift your mindset consciously. So when you shift your mindset at the conscious level, subconscious, when you shift your mind at the conscious level, your subconscious will follow. So when you are so grateful for everything in your life, subconsciously, you are going to be filled with gratitude. You're going to be moving and operating from an entirely different spot and place in life. So, and then this is when true happiness happens, like 100%. When you love the life that you are living in all of the ways, and it's like you are going to be so much happier, abundant, blessed. And this is when more of that same type of energy is going to flow into your life. So like energy attracts like energy. If you are so grateful for the life that you're living and you celebrate all the wins and you celebrate the moments and you're happy, more of that energy is going to continue to pour into your life. So you're going to get more blessings. You're going to have more things to be grateful for and happy and abundant and all of these things. Like that same type of energy is going to come back tenfold. So this is whenever I would say, try it every single day. Try it until it becomes a routine. This is like building any habit. You have to do it time and time again until it becomes a natural habit for you. This is like brushing your teeth or like walking. When you stand up and walk right now, you don't have to think like right foot, right foot, left foot. Your brain automatically knows because consciously you learned how to walk when you were a baby. So subconsciously you know how to walk. Your feet work for you. Like you get up and you walk and you go and your body follows. This is the same exact thing when you implement this habit of gratitude at the conscious and subconscious level. Your whole entire life will start to flourish and be like abundantly flowing with blessings everywhere you look. So try it. Let me know how it goes for you. Let me know some of the hardest things that you feel like are coming up, what flows the easiest, wins that you have along the way, literally anything and everything. I would absolutely love to know. I am celebrating you so hard on your journey because it can be difficult some days. Some days chicken, some days feathers. We will have rough moments and hard moments, but it's like knowing this too shall pass. And again, still counting your blessings in those moments, still being grateful for the roof over your head and your family and water and food to drink and resources and opportunities and the sun shining and like literally popping off on your gratitude. See how truly grateful you can be in your life and how much you have to be grateful for. And when you are constantly putting that good energy, that energy of gratitude into the world, that same type of energy is going to flow back to you. So I love this. Again, this is something that I work at consistently every single day because it is very easy sometimes to get in the ick, to have bad days, to catch yourself in comparison or wanting more. And it's not a bad thing, but it's like snapping yourself out of that. And instead of just wishing for more, being grateful for what you have. And it's inevitable. Like it will come to you. And when you change your mindset to good things are always happening for me, I am so grateful. I am abundant in all areas of my life. Everything I give comes back to me tenfold. God is always guiding me. Affirm these beliefs and affirmations, knowing wholeheartedly this is your life. Like this is how life gets to be for you. And I promise you, when you change your perspective, your whole entire life is going to change for the better so much. So, how can you celebrate in gratitude today? How can you count your blessings, be grateful, celebrate your wins, big and small? And also, a little reminder, something that I love to remind myself of, I am literally currently living a prayer that I once prayed for. And think about that. Because you are living out a prayer that you once prayed for, no matter what it was, how big or how small. You are living in this moment, and this is something that you once prayed for. So that is all. That is my daily riff. I hope that this really helped you today, that this landed on your heart for you. And I hope that you run full speed with this and celebrate yourself and be grateful for your life and watch how the abundance continues to pour into you. So that is all. As always, I would love to hear from you, any and all the things. You can find me on Instagram at Kenzie Llewellyn. And yes, I love you so much. I am so grateful for you and for being here with me today. I am celebrating you in all of the wins in your life. And I will catch you next week. Bye.